Good afternoon. As our graduates are moving over to get in place to start the ceremony, as a reminder to our guests, please remain seated after the ceremony is completed. We will be releasing you each by section in order to maintain the safe social distance required at this time. Once your section is called, please continue to exit through the plaza and towards the parking lot. Your graduate will meet you there after they have picked up their diplomas. Thank you for being here today and congratulations.
I don't know where they are right now. We have any extra graduation? Right over here. Okay, Mr. Jensen can help you. Thank you.
Hello, Doug. How are you, sir? Tired.
Okay, graduates, please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Gary Jensen. I'm a vice principal at College Park High School. I'll be your master of ceremonies for today. The first item on the ceremony for today is the Star-Spangled Banner. At this time, I'd like to ask Leah Fromm, a College Park senior, to come forward to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Great job, Leah. At this time, I'd like to ask Brandon Tang, ASB Vice President, to come forward, and he will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and for the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty for justice and all.
Thanks, Brendan. We're going to wear Brendan out today, moving from his seat up here. He's going to be up here about 3 different times, so congratulations to him. At this time, it gives me great pride and honor to ask our new principal, Mr. Kevin Honey, to come forward for the principal's welcome. Let's give a big round of applause for Mr. Honey.
Glasses are a new thing for me, getting old. Good afternoon. I'm Kevin Honey, principal of College Park High School. And have all everyone sit down? Yeah, graduates, you guys can all sit down. Thank you. I'd like to welcome families, friends, staff, and of course, our graduates to the 60th annual Commencement Ceremony of College Park. Before we get started, I'd like to make some important introductions. First, Dr. Adam Clark, our superintendent. To my left, Ms. Linda Mayo, our governing board trustee, serving our community since 1997. Also to my left, Ms. Samantha Allen, the director of secondary education. Ms. Margie Callback, the director of elementary education, and many of you might know her as the principal of Valhalla Elementary. Go Vikings! And our Director of Student Services, Ms. Felicia Stuckey-Smith. To my right, I'd like to introduce 3 important people that have had a significant impact on your time at College Park. First, Vice Principal Gary Jensen. Our Vice Principal, Ms. Jennifer Mahmood. And our Vice Principal, Ms. Vicki Wilson. Thank you all for your efforts in support of our school and students. I'd like to take a quick moment to honor our one retiring teacher. Since 1998, she's been a beloved fixture in our English department. She has worked primarily with 10th and 12th graders in her career, and this year took on an extra 0-period class to help us out at the beginning of the year. I'd like to thank a big thank you to Margaret O'Connor for your 23 years of service to College Park students. Seniors, today is about you, and we're all excited to celebrate your high school graduation. But I first want to reflect on 2 unique time periods. Your commencement is special for many reasons. The class of 21 is the 60th graduating class in College Park history. The school opened in the fall of 1960 with no seniors, and in June of 1962, College Park graduated its first senior class. There were 169 seniors in that first graduating class, and while I wasn't able to attend that day, I'm quite sure it was spectacular. And it wasn't even here because the Concord Pavilion didn't open until 1975. The seniors had a similar school experience to you. They took on challenging classes, participated in co-curricular activities, and competed against area high schools in athletics. In reviewing my trusty The Falcon Way handbook from 1961 to 1962, I learned that students were challenged to try out their wings with the hope they could even soar higher. Courage, pride, honor, and sacrifice were part of the original school motto and included in our alma mater. Students were encouraged to participate in school activities and cooperate with their peers. Importantly, student body cards were just $3.50 and included a free subscription to the newspaper and allowed students to go to sporting events for a mere 25 cents. For student safety, the speed limit in the parking lot was 10 miles per hour, and that was the old gravel parking lot if you ever knew about that. And fortunately, the girls' PE uniform requirement, which has long been gone, included a one-piece blue gym suit with white socks. So we've made some significant progress on that. While times have changed considerably, the spirit of College Park remains the same. And now 60 senior classes later, you, like those original graduates, are set to soar. And now for some history that you have lived. This history started in August of 2008, when our now about-to-be graduates rolled into kindergarten. You were ready to take on phonics, the daily calendar, play structures, and class art projects. Outside of messing up with your nap schedule, your K-12 education was off to a good start. Elementary school was a blast. You moved from learning to read to reading to learn. Simple math concepts became word problems. Science and social studies were the best, and you probably just wish you could do more messy labs. Recess and lunch were your favorite times. Crossing the monkey bars unassisted was a rite of passage, and moving up to the 10-foot basketball court and hitting rim was important. By the time 5th grade was coming to a close in May of 2014, you were definitely ready to transition to middle school. Good place. Wow, what an incredible place. Different teachers, cool electives, letter grades, new friends, and at lunch, you could sit wherever you wanted. This was big progress for you. The 6th graders told me at my middle school that the food tasted much better there, even though the same workers worked at both the elementary school and the middle school. Surprise. The rigor in school continued to build, and the projects, tests, and homework were harder than ever. The locker rooms always had an interesting aroma, and several of you were going through a phase of braces. The most important part of your day was what was going to happen, potentially the next 5 minutes, and the transformation from children to young adults was in full swing. By the spring of 2017, we were definitely ready to matriculate to College Park, as those 6th graders were just too annoying for us any longer. In August of 2017, you had finally made it. Interscholastic sports, incredible VAPA programs, new science classes, rigorous math and English classes were available to you, and of course, just 2,000 of your classmates. You dreamed of getting your own parking pass, having an open 6th period, and started constructing your post-high school plans. Over the next 720 school days, there'd be regular days, block days, RTI days, finals days. Piece of cake. You had it all figured out. But this is where your story flipped. Wildfires in Northern California were rampant, and we learned all about air quality indexes, and we had our first smoke days during your sophomore year. School closures were exciting, no school, but also concerning. When we closed down the school for those 2 days, none of us has ever heard of distance learning or Zooming. No clue. Then junior year was going great. Prom was days away, spring sports in action, prepping to be seniors is in full swing, and that parking pass was oh so close. And then March 13th came upon us, the day that changed everything. I think many of us thought we got this. It's just a long spring break. We'll be back on April 8th and finish everything when we return. Unfortunately, normalcy never did return after that day, but you pivoted and didn't quit. Instead, you masked and socially distanced. Athletes took on endless temperature checks. Our artists performed virtual concerts, which were incredible. You mastered Google Classroom and learned the nuances of now your best friend Zoom. Online tests and electronic submitting were the new norms, and you found out you could turn things in after midnight and still get full credit. You took on jobs in the community and supported your families. You realized you could almost do anything virtually, and you proved to yourself that in the hardest of times, you could be adaptable, resilient, and versatile. And today, on day 720 of your high school career, you are minutes away from being an official high school graduate, ready to boldly take on the next challenges of your life. Congratulations to our class of 2021. And now, please welcome our superintendent, Dr. Adam Clark.
Good afternoon. I am so proud to be able to participate in this very special event with everyone assembled here today. First off, I would like to thank the parents, the families, and friends of the graduates. Graduates, can you please give those who support you a big round of applause? And before I address the graduates, I would like to know if we have any graduates who will be leaving after this ceremony to go and serve in the armed forces. And if you are, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. So none of us have gotten here today without the help of others. We all need support. And before I begin, I want to thank those who have supported me in these endeavors, and that is our governing board. So the governing board, our responsibility is to make sure that we prepare each and every student for college and career. And so as I look out today, as I look at our distinguished graduates, as you guys sit there, draped in your regalia, so proud, I am honored to serve as your superintendent. So I want to thank School Board President Sharice Cound, Vice President Deborah Mason, Trustee Linda Mayo, Trustee Aaron McFerrin, Trustee Keisha Nzewi, and Student Board Member Michelle Aloth. I want to thank them for their support in supporting me so that I can support you to reach your goals. Can we please give them a round of applause? So I know the last year and a half has been tough. I could not imagine going through a junior year, let alone a senior year, under a global pandemic. And I know that you guys have missed out on many activities and many opportunities. But as I look at you today, I don't feel sorry for you. I actually am envious. I'm envious of your passion, your determination, your grit, your creativity to get through the last year and a half to end up where you are today. As you pursue your many dreams and aspirations, you are going to come upon many disappointments and challenges. And hopefully what you've learned during your time with the Mount Diablo Unified School District will prepare you to take on those challenges. But as I said, we are here to prepare you for college and career. I'm an educator, and so I am always going to advocate for education. So I'm sure many of you are going off to a 4-year university or a 2-year program or an apprenticeship or to work towards a credential or a certificate. I want to encourage you to always pursue education. The pursuit of learning will take you so far because there are going to be a vast amount of opportunities ahead for you. And the more education and training that you have, the more choices you are going to have to do something that satisfies you. So please continue to pursue education. But also, we want to be sure that you're prepared for a career. And as you pursue career aspirations, it's not about the paycheck or the prestige. It's about having an opportunity to help others, to serve your communities, to serve those who are less fortunate. If you couple that with a career, you will never work a day in your life. And so, as our work here in the Mount Diablo Unified School District is done, and as you move on, there are some very special people we have to thank. You have to thank the marvelous, marvelous faculty and staff of College Park High School. Can we give it up for the faculty and staff, please? Every single adult on that campus is there for you. They may serve in different roles, from someone in food service, to a coach, to an AP bio teacher, to a vice principal, to a campus supervisor. But their sole mission is to support you. And I hope during your time at College Park that you have had an opportunity to connect with many adults, because truly, they are there for you. And I'm honored to lead that group of employees. So, today was very close to not happening. We are thankful for the Concord Pavilion for allowing us this space. We're thankful for all those who have gotten vaccinated and has helped battle this global pandemic. But today is not to look back on what we missed out or to look back on sadness. We have to celebrate the moment. We have to remain present. You all are sitting here with your classmates. You have achieved what all young people should achieve, and that is a high school diploma. But it's not a guarantee. So celebrate today. Enjoy the screams and heckles that come from the crowd. Don't close your eyes in embarrassment when your father or mother is screaming your name. Embrace it. And yes, that's right. Scream it up, parents. Within each and every one of you graduates today, you hold the hopes and aspirations of your families and friends and acquaintances. So be proud. Celebrate the moment. Let's not think about tomorrow just yet. You have your entire lives to work. And work is waiting for you. It is definitely waiting. But again, as I spoke about college and career, I'm sure you guys are ready for the challenge and you're ready for that great opportunity. But as I sit here today and I watch you all get your diplomas, I'm gonna beam because I am so proud, because this is what our goal is in the Mount Diablo Unified School District, to prepare well-informed graduates to take on the many challenges that we have in this society. So I feel better today knowing that you all will be taking on that challenge. So enjoy your graduation day. Hopefully it is the first of many. And please remember to stay in the moment and stay present. And congratulations, graduates.
Okay, the next part of the program, Brendan Tang, ASB Vice President, with the student address. Come on up, Brendan.
Good afternoon, friends, families, teachers, administration and board, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2021. The day has come. For those who don't know me, my name is Brandon Tang, and I am the ASB Vice President. Today, I am beyond grateful to give a speech to a very special and intelligent group of people. I couldn't be happier to spend all 4 years together, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my classmates. So, thank you. Our high school experience was unique to say the least, but we all managed to get here and celebrate the end of our high school journey and the beginning of our bright futures. As young, timid freshmen, we wandered the halls with emotions of pure nervousness and excitement. We had to quickly adapt to the new schedules and try to figure out where your locker was just to find out your lock doesn't work. Sophomore and junior year came along, and we began to mature and plan for the future. Homework started to pile up, and as our stress and anxiety levels went through the roof. Just to top it off, the COVID-19 pandemic erupted, and to say that we were devastated would be an understatement. School shut down, masks became the new normal, and a statewide lockdown was initiated. For many, this marked the beginning of self-growth. And for some, they continued to master their old hobbies. We all managed to persevere and focus on the little yet precious things in life. We began to appreciate each other's presence more and be grateful for what we already have, because we realized that at any given moment, something that you truly value and love can be swept away from right under your feet. Now, as I speak from the bottom of my heart, we all made it, and I'm extremely proud of every single one of you for making it this far and achieving such an important milestone. We survived the pandemic and conquered the countless mental and physical challenges that we've all faced. Today marks the end of our high school experience, but that doesn't mean the end of the relationships we've built over the past 4 years. We need to continue to make memories, take pictures, spam each other with TikToks, and most importantly, be there for one another, because this world as we know it needs more love and appreciation. A high school experience won't be remembered for who had the best grades, people's likes and dislikes, but by the relationships and the person you've become. As I come closer to the end of my wholesome speech, there's one thing I would love for you all to remember. Find your version of a happy life and stick with it. As you all know, adulthood is right ahead, and for most of us, it's a very scary and daunting sight. Whether it be community college, trade school, a UC, a Cal State, a gap year, or even straight to a job, do what's best for you and continue to strive for greatness. There are so many ways to be successful in life. Do not allow society to press you into the person that they want you to be. Be the person that your younger self would have looked up to. As we all continue to grow into beautiful individuals, it is important to realize that failures are a part of the process and that everything happens for a reason. Take those failures and use them to build a solid foundation for your future. Don't forget who you are and where you came from. Everything you've done the past 17 or 18 years of your life have brought you to this very moment. After today, be that person who sets a positive example and leaves a legacy of spreading more happiness and hope in this world. Establish your legacy and use it to inspire motivation for the future generations. Class of 2021, we did it, and the time has come to celebrate our tremendous achievement. Congratulations to each and every single one of you, and as your ASB Vice President and fellow graduating Falcon, I am extremely, so proud of every single one of you, and I hope great things will come your way. Thank you.
Okay, next on the program, as selected by a vote from the senior class of 2021, our faculty speech will be given this afternoon by Mr. John Alcho from the World Language Department. Mr. Alcho.
Hello. Greetings, #YOLO, and good evening, fellow faculty, staff, family, and friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. This is not Pleasant Hill, so don't be scared. This has certainly been a year like no other, to quote Miss Lahardy. As a teacher, it's not just enough to teach the curriculum of your subject matter, but to go a step beyond and address any teachable moment. Oh, that's way better. A school at its basis point is really just a factory. It produces citizens for our community, country, and world. It's always been my goal to make sure that the products produced by College Park are of the highest quality. To that end, I'll take advantage of this final opportunity to address these nearby units heading towards the end of the factory floor with some final helpful advice. You guys know I'm so short on that. A commencement is a beginning to your adult life, but it's also an ending. An end of your childhood, so to speak, full of mixed feelings. Almost every commencement address that I have ever heard deals with not focusing too much on your goals so that you miss the journey of life. Well, that's something that I'm going to skip a little bit here because I think it's not the best advice for this crowd, aside from maybe Wyatt Halverson and Tessa Collins and a couple of others. I think that this graduating class is very happy living in the moment, maybe a bit too much, and needs to focus a lot more on long-term goals. You'll never have more energy, enthusiasm, hair, or brain cells than you have today, so get moving. Change happens every moment, even if you don't see it. We are on a ball whizzing around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. The person in the mirror who started high school is dead. Every cell has been replaced with new ones. You can wish that change doesn't happen, but as my grandfather would say, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit for the PG venue that we're in now, he said, "You can spit in one hand or wish in the other and tell me which one fills up first." So it's funny, but it's true. Have any of you ever gone back to your old elementary school and looked around? Everything seemed very small, but it wasn't the school that changed, it was you guys. Life will always reward those who try and never give up. As long as you're alive, it's never too late. Fail forward, and you will always be winning. When Thomas Edison was asked about his failures for inventing the light bulb, he said that he didn't fail. He just found 2,000 ways to not make a light bulb. Be as creative as you like, because you'll never run out of creativity. Einstein said that intelligence is 50% knowledge and 50% wisdom gained by making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. The only failure is to stop trying, in which case you fail by default. For every frustrating challenge so far, you have learned that there is a way over, around, or through. Quitters never win and winners never quit. So fortune does favor the bold. As I remember talking with Eric Gomez, you miss all the shots you never take. The Wayne Gretzky quote. The world is not checking in with us to see what skills we know. When a job opens, it goes to the eager person that the boss sees when he looks up from his work, not the one who's texting his friends. Look out for number one without stepping in number two. Life is a trip we have to take by ourselves. Support is great and we love you, but remember that you are alone. No one beats your heart for you. Even on an airplane, the mother has to put on the emergency mask before trying to help her child. So she's of no use to anyone if she's not around. Don't give in to fear. Not only does it lead to the dark side, as Anthony would tell you, but more importantly, remember that fear is only an emotion. It won't kill you. When I was in psych classes in college, we read a lot of surveys, and what I found the most interesting was that the majority of elderly people said that the things that they regretted most in life was not the stuff that they did, it was the stuff they didn't do. Spend time with people that inspire and challenge you. And don't live other people's lives. Unless you're the lead dog, the view's not so great and it doesn't change. The only limits that really matter are the ones we put on ourselves. Let's go back to your grandparents' time, just after World War II. You know, back when we all rode dinosaurs to school. On May 6, 1954, a Brit named Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. Before Bannister, it was considered humanly impossible to run a mile in under 4 minutes. But in the short months that followed, a landslide of other runners broke the 4-minute mile. What you believe is what is possible. Never let others tell you what you can't do. Just say, challenge accepted. Embrace change and remember that the cheese moves. So how do you know what's the right thing to do? What's the right path to get on to get what you want? The honest answer is this: you won't. And accepting that will make you feel a lot better. You know that uncertainty that you feel right now? It never goes away. The question is, how do you make uncertainty something you don't mind? Change is the only constant. You must be able to let go of the past. As Einstein told us, learn from it and move on. Refusal to do so will only make life too heavy to handle. Little parable. 2 priests were walking and came to a river, where they saw a young woman in a dress. She asked to be carried across. So one of them put her on his shoulders and carried her across. On the other side, he put her down, and the priest continued walking. After about 5 miles, the priest who didn't carry her blurted out, "How could you have carried that woman on your shoulders? She was touching you." The second priest was surprised, and he said, "I only carried her across the river. You're still carrying her." Maintain your integrity and be happy. It's integrity that defines your character, and character is doing the right thing alone, even in the dark when no one's watching. One of the secrets to happiness involves liking yourself. My favorite saying is, no matter where you go, there you are. It's very true. The person that you're with most in life is yourself. If you don't like yourself, you're always with somebody you don't like. Next time you hear Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror, listen to the words. Do what you love. You don't want to dread driving to work every day. You'll be at your best when you're happy. As Dr. Clark said, and my grandfather used to say some really hokey stuff, one thing he always told me was, do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life. I thought the old man was full of it, but as soon as I started teaching, I realized it was absolutely true. The thing about your life is that there is no core curriculum. Your whole life is an elective. The paths are infinite and the results are unknown. School is something you complete. Life is something you experience. Love what you do and do what you love, even if you don't love it every day. Now, the last thing you've all probably heard me say, and it's just one last piece of advice. Take the opportunity your sophomore or junior year in college to do a semester abroad. Every college and university has a deal with a sister campus in major countries. Find out which one is a country of the language you studied in school and go there. Remember to save your math and English and elective classes for this. A, you'll totally ace your English classes. B, math is basically the same in every language. C, you need an elective or two in college, and karate or fencing at the University of Paris would be way cool. And D, you'll come back fluent in that language. Just as the Wizard of Oz, we often need to travel far away to discover the most important things that are within ourselves. This is a win-win situation. May fortune always be in your favor. Peace out.
Thank you, Mr. Altshull. At this time, I'd like to ask Board Member Linda Mayo to come forward for the acceptance of the graduates. Ms. Mayo?
Trustee Mayo, I am pleased to report to you that the class of 2021 assembled here today have met all the graduation requirements established by the state of California and the Mount Diablo Unified School District's Board of Trustees. Trustee Mayo, please accept the College Park High School class of 2021.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, seniors and esteemed guests. I'm honored to join you today. Your journey from kindergarten to this senior year has included many challenges and numerous successes. Did you, in your lifetime, ever imagine you'd be on Hollywood Square's big screen 5 days a week and for 2 seasons? Sadly, there are no actor royalties for your virtual performances, but I would like to know who won the Best Actor Award, the Best Comedian, and had the best screen design. Seriously, let no one define you by any challenge you may face, including this pandemic. Instead, let adversity, grit, success, and valued friendships guide you as you chart your goals, your education, your career, and your future relationships. Parents and guardians, we thank you for entrusting Mount Diablo with your children. You were your children's first teachers. During these last 14 months, you have remained faithfully engaged. I hear the pride in your applause and cheers for these successful young adults before us, even though I can't see your smiles. To the educators and faculty here before us, including those at elementary, middle, and high school, we, the community, applaud your passion for education and for your commitment to our youth. It is thanks to you and our parents in particular this year that these young people stand here before us today, ready and eager to embrace the world. Seniors, you represent our hopes for the future. The mom in me has to say, always buckle your seatbelts and remember your mask. We need you to be mindful of others, to be stewards of our environment, to be thoughtful of the democratic ideals at the polls, and to champion justice and equity. On behalf of the Mount Diablo Unified School District Board of Education, I, Linda Mayo, do hereby proudly accept the 2021 College Park High School senior class and do hereby confer upon these Falcon graduates all the rights and privileges due them. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thanks, Mrs. Mayo. Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask Mikey Gonzalez, class representative, and Brendan Tain to come back to the stage, ASB Vice President, for the reading of the graduates. Okay, graduates, we do have one change since practice this morning. The photo op that we were working on this morning will now be taken after you receive your diploma. You'll go down the center steps here, and there's a blue square where this gentleman is standing. That's where the picture will be taken moving forward. Okay? Easy peasy. Okay, you guys ready? Brandon? Okay, row one, let's get lined up and get these diplomas out.
What's that? Okay, well, where's the name? Wait, who's the teacher? Congratulations.
Primo Rodriguez.
Molly Dinsmore.
Gwendolyn Miller.
Oh, you don't know about the, I just know the mic.
Is it Fawn? I can't read this. Is it Fawn?
Say again? Ivan. Oh, Ivan.
Ivan Diaz. That looks like
Kendall Limepeter.
what's the next name? I thought I would get them like
Cavitu, right? Cavitu. Eric,
Eric Cabetu.
you want me to go a little louder?
A little louder. I thought I would have.
Jake Julian.
I did too.
Lauren Bankard.
Alexandra Christine Holenstein.
Helen Anton. Tell them to come up like now so that way we don't have to like keep waiting. Allison Knuckles.
Try to get a little louder.
Jared Bogotinov.
Gary,
Rachel Hunter.
Anthony Enriquez.
Aaron Honeycutt. Hugo Hernandez. Alexis Freeberg.
Christopher John Wigren.
Ishani Dadupla.
Elise Westphal.
Manjo Singh.
Peyton Shalas.
Melina Ponce Cubera. Pamed Osmani.
Salar Siraj.
Callie Mercer.
Alex Ridgway.
Freya Williams.
Noah, the Lord and Savior Ramirez.
Michelle Toyama.
Brian Kong.
Miss Kennedy.
Matt Hutchinson.
Tyler Allen.
Ethan Slavin.
Chloe Goldstein.
Liam Verhoeven.
Brett Duncan.
Hannah.
Tessa
Go ahead.
Tessa Collins.
Hannah Elawadi.
Jacob Rafut.
Sophia Kotor.
Ricardo Soto.
Siddharth Shanbag.
Ria Alexander.
Radivoy Mijatovic.
Abraham Alfaro.
Ava Jahangiri. Molly Taylor.
Can I call it? Eden Lowe. Rayanne Miguel. Oh, McNeil. McNeil.
Alex Warda.
Bella Monroe.
Let's hold up here, Mikey. All right. With this one until we only have 2 left over there, okay? All right.
Radine Nadi.
Emilio Barrera.
You got to stop until we only have 2 people here. Right here. Okay? There's no place to go.
Tommy Darden.
Claire Panetta.
Madison Del Vecchio.
Miguel Torriella.
Natalie Ferrero.
Rebecca Lindsay. I just call her like. Okay. A few seconds.
Celeste Hitchens.
I know. Hey, whatever, right?
Emma Hart.
Chloe Jacobs.
Olivia Fife.
Arya Jahangiri.
Vafa Rajabi.
Gianna Somis.
Kai Ramirez.
Nick Sunderland. And welcome Miss Maganito.
Jamie Rhodes.
Garrett Berry.
Isabella Sod.
Eric Gomez.
Alexander Shigaloff.
Jordan Hesselroth.
Roman Shakiri.
Lily Nyland.
Laura Torres.
Fernanda Zavala.
Now introducing Coach Jones.
And on this side, Mr. Atterbury.
Jessica Riker.
Hannah Kim.
Now introducing Mr. Furtado.
Adil Akbar.
RJ Atencion.
Brian Batsakwan.
Abigail Bleachner.
Owen Gong.
Olivia Greenwood.
Tyler Gonzalez. Jenna Lynn.
Gil Lee.
Thomas Wynn.
Ethan Mediana.
Kate Filson.
Frania Molina.
Max Chang.
Tyler Polonio.
Jacob Willems.
Am I good? Oliver Sakal.
Gavin Williams.
Now introducing Coach Keck.
And on this side, Mix Landowski.
Josh Siegel.
Grant Bilal.
Eric Dewey.
Bella Bargman.
Hayden Fox.
Jamie Carranza.
Britton Halford.
Emily Dye.
Adam Hasune.
Lexi Fitzgerald.
Malik Hasune.
Cassidy Harn.
Arsha Mirzai.
Camden Simpson.
Robert Post.
Madison Spear.
Isabella Silva.
And now we welcome Mr. Scott. Olivia Graham.
Now introducing Mr. Fawn. Morgan Crosby.
David Lovio.
Kaylee Jacoby.
Tallulah Marino.
Nate Kim.
Liam Rooney.
Nico Larson.
Yanni Spinos.
Chi Him Liu.
Joey Stratton.
Nyla Lopez.
Zach Troyce.
Noah Mitchell.
And now welcoming Mr. Barron. Jason Stubbe.
Alyssa Mata.
Taylor Tatum.
Sharik Nasbuga.
Ryan Warren.
Skylar Rogers.
Hannah Sue.
Lois Tiglaw.
And now welcoming on this side, Coach Wood.
Now introducing Miss Young.
Adam Barber.
Christopher Sanchez.
Douglas Pitcock.
Kareem Wellington.
Welcoming on this side, Miss Ski.
Now introducing Mr. Bland.
Nicholas Chu.
William Farrow.
Colby Meyer.
Angela Lay.
Jenna Piro.
Izzy Triana.
Now introducing Miss Procise.
And Coach Castro.
Stella Maddox.
Max Benaboo.
Now introducing Mr. Altschul.
Sam Benaboo.
Diego Alvarez.
Seafox Berkani.
Alex Amaral.
Django Casimajor.
Riley Crone.
Brendan Green.
Alexander Hahn.
Naveed Iranamad.
Ian Higgins.
Delina Pham.
Jeremiah Holland.
Now introducing Miss Montoya. Rafael Montoya.
Jonah Madsen.
Now introducing Miss Tellez.
Naomi Miranda.
Ben Tellez. Introducing Coach Castro. Again.
Brian Wynn.
RJ Ruiz.
Jane O'Day.
AJ Stefanski.
Kent Rapidier.
Lee Trong.
Samuel Restuch.
Dylan Woodhall.
Jacqueline Schlipman.
Now introducing Miss Hyder.
Riley Sweet.
Cooper Allen.
Valentin Tarenchko.
Jocelyn Alvarado Mendez.
Josie Thomas.
Nico Castrillo.
Christine Tran.
Josh Hansen.
Michelle Tran.
Let's go, Jeremiah. Jeremiah Jack.
Micah Wilk.
Brooklyn Newens.
Madeline Young.
Gune Muradli.
Brian Marin Avalos. Now introducing Miss Bunton.
Bernice Roberts.
Curtis Enlow.
Ryan Shin.
Katerina Puglisi.
Bryce Veray.
Jared Reborito.
Oh, stay right. Are you next? Okay, so stay right here. Thank you. Yeah, go down this way. So now introducing Mrs. Vedder.
Now introducing Mrs. Vedder.
Iman Nasiri.
It's Brandon Barajas. You're gonna walk over this way to Miss. Not yet. Not yet. Let me say your name first. Brandon Barajas.
Brandon Barajas.
Jaden Quintero.
Alyssa Bacon.
Avi Correa. Now welcoming Miss Wilson.
Wyatt McCoy. Hoy Pham. Henry Suarez. Now introducing Coach Joe. Turhan Ammons.
You're gonna graduate twice, buddy. What? You know, it's okay.
Charles Gephardt.
We'll do it with you, and we'll do it again at 7.
Mateo Pacheco. Is that it? Is that? Let's go.
We're gonna do.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to have to.
Okay.
Do I have to graduate?
Who's going to get Mike here?
You, and I'm gonna go. Here, stay over there, Miss Hutch.
What do I do now? Do I stand over here?
Brandon Tang. You didn't say now introducing yourself. Mikey Gonzalez. That's it.
Mike?
Handle it or what? Make sure Brandon
Where did he go? It's finally the time we've been waiting for, turning of the tassels. Graduates, please stand up.
Class of 2021, the time has come to turn the tassel. The turning of the tassel represents the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's also a reflection of your career as a student and the numerous challenges and successes we faced. Before you turn your tassel, I would like to say, wherever life takes you, I know that every single one of you has the ability to conquer any challenge that comes across your path. As Kanye West once said, believe in your flyness and conquer your shyness. Now, please join me as our last class activity together in turning our tassel. Raise your right hand, and after the count of 3, turn your tassel. 3, 2, 1, let's celebrate!